Hello, true art believers, and welcome to today's live stream. I am the number one live art streamer in the world. This is Pierson, and you are watching day 176 of 200 days of drawing. And we got another piping hot cactus drawing for you. Hopefully, I'll get it done within a 30-minute period. We'll have some stuff I want to talk about, maybe some things I've been kind of pondering. So let's get this drawing started, shall we? All right, welcome, true art believers. I hope you are having a wonderful day today. This is Pierson here, and let me hit my time lapse. Boop. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. And I hope you are doing well this Saturday. I am doing well myself. And we're going to be doing the standard gray background. And because it is Saturday, and Saturday tends to be a busy day, much like every day, really. But because it's a really specifically a busy day, I'm going to probably dial down the complexity of this, even though it isn't that very complex. So just a very simple cactus. Maybe what I want to do, I'll do like one that's like something like that, and then maybe we're gonna do the other. We're gonna do this like I did last time. We're gonna do another Y cactus. You know, just a cactus with just one little arm flexing its cactus bicep, right? Doing its cactus thing, and that's what we'll be doing today. We're gonna try our best to get it done as quickly as possible, because Saturdays are the most busy, like the busiest day for me. Really, they're really quite busy, actually. And here we go. We're just going to do a simple little box like before. Like that. A simple box. Like that. And then we're going to, I think the size of it's just fine. But today is pretty good. Besides the very typical like noon like crash, I typically kind of crash around noon. I start like getting very tired, and the only way that doesn't happen is if I'm like, what would you call it? Is if I'm getting my 8 hours of sleep, and that typically doesn't happen on the weekend. It gets pretty close during the week, especially in the very beginning of the week. But during the weekend, that it kind of crashes down to like 7 to 6 hours of sleep, and because of that, that lack of sleep, my body is kind of like, "What are you doing? Stop this!" And so there's that I have to kind of deal with, and I'm pretty sure all of us has that. I think America in general probably has a sleeping like deficit. Like a lot of Americans probably have some sort of sleeping issue, and I think it's a problem, really. And I mean, it's nothing I can mitigate it. It's my fault that I'm not getting the sleep I'm getting. I've chosen to get up at 4, and I chose to get up at 4 because I made some commission promises, or I have some obligations with my artwork, and I'm trying to honor those obligations. But something I've been doing is I have been listening to James Clear, or is it? I think James Clear. I don't know. It's Atomic Habits, and just re-listening to that book because I have it on book on tape because I don't have time to read, um, or I don't have like a time to an actual official time to kind of sit down and just like read things. It's kind of inspiring me to kind of create back build up new micro habits. So I've already kind of established a decent habit base um, from doing these live streams, and my morning routine's pretty dialed in. Like I know what I'm going to be doing roughly around 6:30. I know what I'm going to be doing roughly around 5. I know where I'm going to be at around 7, and I know when I'm going to have breakfast. So I'm pretty consistent in that regard. Um, but it's hard to create micro habits that help me in the long haul. So like some of the things I struggle with is during the day and maintaining certain things, like maintaining a cleaner household, getting some I'm atrociously bad at getting my my social media photos up. I just don't know where to put them. And I need to start rethinking of a time or of a strategy on how a strategy on doing that. So I got some things I'm pondering. So one of the goals I'm going to be doing trying to do is really dialing in my night routine. Really dialing that in, because I know I have a pretty solid morning routine. I know, as I said, I know exactly where I'm going to be. Like I wake up at 4, I hit the snooze button twice to 3 times. It's 4:30. I'm downstairs by 4:35. I am having I'm pouring coffee in my coffee mug by like 4:45, and I'm upstairs. I might have a cup of coffee, or I might go upstairs anywhere between 4:45 and 5 o'clock. By 5:15 or 5:30 or by 5:05, I'm drawing on my commissions, and then I would draw my commissions for roughly an hour and a half, and then by 6:30, by like 6:35, I'm out the door for a walk, and I timed myself. Let's see here. I timed myself, and it takes me about 45 minutes to do 3 laps around the neighborhood. So I do about 3 laps, and I'm back in the house by like 7:15 or so. Sometimes 7:05. It depends. Um, and I will do like some stretching. I'll sit down for a moment and I'll have coffee. And around 8 o'clock, I'll start having some breakfast. You know, so I know my morning is very, 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 um, very organized. So I know exactly what I'm doing around that time. Uh, and if I'm able to continue that trend, I know exactly what I'm doing for the next hour and a half after that, after lunch. So roughly by 10:30, I have everything. I have like my first 6 hours planned. You know, sometimes that next hour and a half of like activities doesn't get done, um, but it's there and it's in play. So I have a pretty solid idea of where I'm going to be at from 4 o'clock to about 10:30. Um, and from 10:30 till like 5, it's just chaos. I just don't know what to do because I can't. It's almost too regimented. I can't be too regimented around that time because it's just gonna. I can't explain it. It's just almost impossible to be that regimented. Um, so it is what it is. But I can say for about 6.5 hours, 7 hours of my day, I know what I'm going to be doing. Like I have a solid idea, solid idea of what I'm when and where, and a solid idea of what I'm doing where I'm going to be at. Um, so, and that's more that can be said for some people, you know, and that's hard to do. I'm not trying to brag. It's not like it's an easy thing to do. I do falter. I typically falter around on the weekends when the weekends are very hard to schedule. Like today, I schedule these live streams, or I plan on doing these live streams around noon. Um, but sometimes my level of energy kind of dissipates, and it kind of dials down, and I feel that when that my energy levels like shrink down, I have to like I get really drowsy and just tired, fatigued. Um, I find that if I worked out the day before, my body's like, "Whoa, what have you done? This is this is almost too much." So um, there's that I don't factor in. I don't factor in like how tired I'm going to be from exercise, right? So there's a lot of like factors in the day that a lot of things during the day that I'm not really considering, you know. So my main goal now is to really it's to it's to slay my night, like really dial in my nighttime. And I think I've been pondering it, and I think what I want to start doing is to make things easier for the morning, have the coffee, um, have my coffee put in the coffee pot and scheduled to start in the morning, so I don't have to start it up at night, that morning. So I'm going to start by making my morning a little bit faster and a little bit easier, so I'm able to get up to the studio, get up to my commissions, to working on my commissions earlier, which means I'll, instead of getting them only working on them for an hour and a half, I might be able to get them down. I might be able to get 2 hours in, you know. So that's one thing that I'm going to be working on, is getting my mornings, my coffee more organized, or like the coffee setup more organized. Another thing I want to start doing is really what would you call it, like cleaning a small section of the house for like 5 minutes the night before. Um, One thing I've been trying to do is figuring out a system that I can maintain a cleaner house with as minimal effort as possible. And I've been trying to implement like have a more rigid schedule with my cleaning, but I find that it's very hard to maintain at this point. Um, I'm batting an average of like uh 20%. Like I'm hitting that at 20% of the time, and that's not a good average to have when you're trying to um, have a cleaner house. You got to be averaging about 80%. Just like with these live streams, you know, I'm averaging about 80%. I'm getting them all right. I'm getting all the live streams in, but the time frame is on average. I'm hitting the 80 percentile of the time, the time that I want to hit for the live stream, you know. So I'm hitting that. And another thing, another habit I'm trying to implement is it's 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 like a small micro cleaning. I've been thinking about this. I've always tried to do it, but I can never seem to like stay consistent. So my main goal is to, every time I enter a room, to pick up three things. Just like, you know, maybe put a pencil up, fold a towel that is in the kitchen or something. Just a small thing, a small little thing that I can do that will have a cumulative effect to getting a cleaner house, you know? So just small little things that I'm working on at this point in time. And I think that might be my like Trojan horse with this whole um, having a streamlining my morning my cleaning regimen is having doing those small micro cleaning throughout the day that has a cumulative effect, compounding effect. So that's something I'm trying to work on right now. You know, very hard, and it's just something I'm been playing around with. I'm getting more phone calls than I normally get, and it's very. There we go. Let me put a little bit red right here. So I like using this little red here, and maybe put a little bit red here, and then take some of this and do like a darker. There we go. Something for fun. I like doing stuff like that. All right. So now that's done. Now we'll do the sand. So, in essence, I'm just trying to up my game. Um, Very difficult, small micro habits that I feel are going to make me a better person. Uh, just like how this live stream has, in essence, made me a a streamer, a live streamer. I've become what I've been talking about. So I made a habit out of doing a live stream a day and doing a drawing a day, and it has helped me become a better digital artist, or at least uh, more consistent, right? All right. So another thing that I'm working on is I'm also collaborating with another artist, and we are going to be breaking down. We're going to see how it works. All right. We're going to be doing like I want it's hard to say what it is. We're going to be talking about artists and habits because I feel that as an artist, you need to have solid habits to really set up a practice for success as an artist in any type of field. You can't just like wing it. Like you can't just wing it, right? And it's going to be like a mini series or an ongoing series where we are going to be basically testing out the practices of certain time management and time management philosophies, and or time like philosophies in time management and being more efficient with your scheduling, and trying to see how that works like how that works with a working artist and how manageable it is. you know Sometimes it's not really easy to do, right? Those things are not easy to do. um, so that's why I've been talking about that talking about habits this entire live stream is because I've been listening to that audiobook, Atomic Habits, and I already I've listened to it. I've listened to it before, and it has been a theme that I've dealt with, and it has been a major element on how I've been able to manage my time. Um, I've been able to do certain habits by just create like I wasn't really following the strategies that James Clear was proposing, but I did uh, kind of assimilate some of the ideas. So I became what I talked about. So as in many instances, I was always talking about how like you model your words, or your words dictate. You model yourself around the words that you claim yourself to be, or like how you state yourself to be. Uh, you become. So if you say I'm a fit person, or I'm in shape, you become that person. You know, and so when I say every time I go in the live stream, I say I am the number one live art streamer. I'm obviously, you can tell by the amount of views I have, I'm not, but stating it uh, 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 reaffirms on a subconscious level that I am going to become a live streamer. It means that I am a live streamer, and by doing that, you are kind of becoming your habit, and so that there's some power to that. So like it's like if you say, whenever people call them like people like look at themselves in the mirror, and they get really self-conscious, and they say like you're a loser, you're no good. And when you say that to yourself over and over again, you start finding like little bitty truths in that statement, and by stating that type of saying that rhetoric, you become that. You start assimilating that behavior. And so that's what happens. And so I state that because I'm going to become a live streamer. I'm going to be, you become it. May not be now. What was it like? I heard this phraseology, like it takes 5 years to become an overnight success, you know? And so that's initially what's going to happen. Like 5 years from now, there might be some truth to that. And then someone's going to be like, you're still doing this 5 years from now, and you're not an overnight success. I'm like, oh man, gosh darn it. You're right. I'm a total failure. No. But then again, I'll say like, well, I'm not really a failure because I would have, if I did a live stream every day, and I did a drawing every day in each one of those live streams, I would have like thousands, like 1,500 drawings that I did. Let me double check here. Check my mic here. Check, 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 check. Good. And we got to exit out of settings. All right, we're almost done. We're just going to be doing this whole thing that I've been doing as of lately, which is kind of creating these tones. This is why I got Saturday is a very hard day for me to really get things done. Like I'm amazed that I've been able to maintain this. It's been very hard. There's been lots of challenges. I don't really talk about this much, but I'm a dad, and so like right now I'm doing this, and it's difficult because I don't really have a lot of free time, and so like right now as I'm doing this, it gets there's a challenge to it. But yeah, you model your actions through the words that you state that you are. So like when you look at yourself, and you're not, maybe let's say that you're not in shape. Let's say that you're a little overweight and you say, "Oh man, you're so fat." You're looking at yourself in the mirror, you're like, "Gosh." And you start belittling yourself in front of the mirror. And we've done it before, you're like, "Ah, you know, or at least I think a lot of us have done it. I've done it. I'm like, "Oh gosh, you're out of shape. Get back in shape, bro." Um, and you start looking at yourself and you just start saying, "Oh man, you need to tighten it back up, bro." Um, so I'm not going to spend much more time on this because I got some things I got to wrap up, but we're almost done here. But I'm going to be kind of talking about these ideas because if you talk about them again, when you talk about these ideas, you model your behavior around them. So if you start talking about being more efficient, being better at just like having a cleaner house, you kind of put like what do you call it? A You kind of make yourself a little bit liable. You're like stating to the world that you're going to be doing something like this. you know. And so I'm going to be trying to do that, and then I'm going to see how it kind of pans out, right? Yeah, and let's see. Let's do a lime green highlight on some of these areas, like just a little bit, like a little flicker right here. Ooh, look at that. Something like that. And maybe there we go. And I think another lime green highlight somewhere right here will be fine. And there we go. Now we're going to put some thorns in there. So that's the reason why I'm talking about these things, is because when you talk about them, you're trying to navigate through this process of becoming a better you, you know, and it's very hard. You can What happens is you start to find reasons not to do the thing that you should be doing. Like there were when I first started these live streams, there was many times where I didn't do the live streams as quickly as I could have. It took a while actually to get accustomed to doing these live streams regularly and in a relatively the same time frame. So like it's taken 175 tries just to do a live stream like this that is relatively within a 12 to between 12 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon for me, and it's taken a while. um and even today it's a struggle. you know it is a struggle. And so there's inherent struggles with doing these things. um but there's inherent value to doing things that are challenging. I think it just makes you a better person. you know like in essence, this isn't a challenging thing to do for me. What's challenging is the time aspect of it. Like, how am I going to find the time or to do these live streams. It's not easy. It's very difficult. And that's what I personally struggle with, is getting a a time opening. And also, um, yeah, that's it. Basically, it's just like where do I place this in my schedule, and it's been very, very difficult. I found that I can get it a around noon to 12 has been where I've been doing them lately, and I've been trying to be consistent with that from like noon to 2 o'clock, or at least around noon to 2. I start the process of getting the live stream set up, and so that's what I've been doing lately, and it has been challenging. It's not like it's been an easy thing to incorporate in my daily life. Um, I'm not saying I'm like a busy person, but I definitely don't have the availability of time that I'd like to have, and that's just what it is. You learn to accept those things, right? Um, and so I've been able to maintain this time frame. But before, for the first 100 live streams, I was doing them at noon. I was doing them at like at midnight. I was doing them at 3 a.m. in the morning. I couldn't seem to sneak in the proper time to do these, and for good reason. I really, like, right now. Right now is not even a good time to be doing this. Um, I yeah, I didn't manage my time as well. Um, but yeah, here we go. Look at that. That looks pretty good. Not bad. Um, I mean, maybe if I were to spend time on it, I'd make this area lighter. But I really don't. I don't think it's a big deal. I think there's enough value right here that separates it. And I think, yeah, I like it. I'm gonna leave it like that, because sometimes I get too micro. Like, after the drawing's done, you're like, oh, look at all the things I messed up on, right? And then you just like want to go back and fix them. That's where the system that I've established with these drawings, essentially, once I do the thorns, I don't really go back and do anything else. Um, so once the thorns are done, I'm pretty much done, you know. So that is it for the day. This is day 176. I'm going to assign this at 8 pixels. Go P 20 20. Ah, gosh, 21. 176 out of 200. I'm having a bout of OCD right here, getting my zeros just so. Let's zoom in some more. All right, that's good enough. And that is the drawing for the day. In 34 minutes, basically 32 minutes. So I did a drawing in 32 minutes. And that's pretty good. I think I should. That's nothing to be sad about. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. It's been great. I hope you got some solid points, and got some value in my discussion on time management and becoming a better self, and basically modeling your life through the words that you say that you are. So, like, when you start saying positive things about yourself, or start saying that you are X, you start becoming those things, so that's why I say I am the #1 live art streamer, because I start becoming that. I become a live art streamer. All right. So if you like this type of content, please subscribe. And there's many benefits to that. You get to you get to know when I'm doing my live streams, but also you will be one of the first to be informed when I have my artist giveaways. So I do have art giveaways, and once I wrap up my last one, I'm basically getting it. I'm going to be shipping it out sometime this week or the beginning of next week. And once I get that and I set up, once I get that and it's actually delivered to the winner, I will be setting up the next art giveaway. And just being subscribed and follow me on my channels, you will be the first to know when I have an art giveaway. So don't forget to subscribe and follow me wherever you like to. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all in the same name. All right. I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Saturday. And cheers. Pierson out.